Welcome to Best of the Tour podcast. This is episode 1 entitled New Drop. We are your hosts. My name is Mike.
And I'm Erica.
And you may recognize us from our other podcast, the Posters in Every Direction podcast, which is Erica and my fan-led podcast that started way back in 2023. That's really a podcast that came together from Erica and my passion around gig posters and collecting, and our talking over coffee, trying to figure out who the next artist was going to be for the Dave Matthews Band or whomever. And that's grown into a fantastic space that we love very much, where we talk about gig posters. We do some artist interviews and deep dives. And now Erica and I are fortunate enough to have been invited to be part of a new venture. And so, Erica, tell us a little bit about Best of the Tour podcast.
This is really exciting because
It really is.
As fans,
yeah,
as collectors, we get the opportunity to bring a new perspective and new voices to a space. Really what this is about is, this is gig poster focused, artist focused. It's going to have merch table moments. If it smells like ink, if it sparks a memory, we're going to be talking about it. Our goal really is to make this a really laid back artist first show. It's really meant for gig fans, gig poster collector fans, art print collectors, and just creative obsessives, just like Mike and I are. And we're going to just celebrate the drops and the stories and the people who turn music and art into something you can hold, you can put on your wall, you can fold it up and put it in your pocket, maybe.
maybe
not.
Maybe don't crease the poster.
Don't crease the poster.
But that's right. And our audience, to our listeners, first of all, thank you all for tuning in. If you like us, check us out on Best of the Tour, all of our socials. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, all of those things. But to you all, who are you? Well, our goal, our hope is that we're going to cast a wide net here and really invite all of our fans into the space, whether you are a hardcore gig poster collector or whether you're a brand new fan discovering the scene for the first time. Come on in, sit down, take a listen, join the Best of the Tour podcast space, and share these stories with us. We really, our intent with this podcast and the idea behind it is to be artist focused. We really have a deep passion about supporting the artists, giving them a voice, a platform, a place to share those behind the scenes stories that we love so much as collectors, to find out, hey, how did you come up with this incredible idea, this concept for this gig poster for this band? We want to make the podcast drop connected so that you, the fans, can be made aware of new and upcoming drops. Like one of those things being a collector, right? Man, I saw a great poster this weekend. Shoot, I wasn't at the show. How do I get it? Well, there's great opportunity to support the artists directly. Get those prints from the artist. It gives you, the fan, the chance to get it when you weren't at the show. And it helps keep these artists doing what they love to do, and that's create for us, the fans. And we really want to sort of ground this podcast in the culture of collecting and creativity in the music industry. It's this space that, in a world that can be filled with so many trials and tribulations, it just brings joy, right? It just brings pure joy. And we really want to share that message, that experience, that sort of tone with y'all, our listeners, our audience, and other members of the community.
Yeah. And, we have to really talk about where this came from. Our partner in this space is Invisible Industries.
Yeah, I still feel like Pinch Me, I'm Dreaming. It's kind of crazy, but tell us about Invisible Industries.
And if you're not familiar with Invisible Industries, you've probably maybe bought prints directly from them. You definitely have artists that you love who are part of Invisible Industries. But really, just if I boil it down, they're an art-driven, art-focused, and collector-trusted organization. They sell limited edition prints, gig posters, and original art. And they really push the design boundaries while supporting the artist behind the work. And so, it's a shop, it's a destination for collectors to come who value craft and story and quality. As a collector, I know that that is something that's really important to us.
Absolutely.
We might get distracted by shiny objects,
Every time.
cough, cough, foils. But at the end of the day, these are things that we cherish, we hunt for. And if we can go directly to the artists, get them directly from them, support the artists directly, this just means that there's more opportunities for us to keep filling our portfolio and filling those poster frames that go up on our walls. And it's really exciting. Invisible Industries, the name behind it, they say that they're invisible so the art can shine. I think that's really cool because, oftentimes as collectors, and I know Mike and I think initially might have been guilty of this in a sense of like, we'd get the poster, we wouldn't really, think twice about where it came from or the, where it was developed and who thought of it. And also just as a caveat to our podcast, you may hear that we have dogs and children that might interrupt this podcast from time to time based on their needing to give us a voice
The
as
pups
character.
the pups love the posters too, let's be honest. I mean, they can be annoying, but they
They
do.
do not eat them, thankfully. But Invisible Industries, they have a space not only online but in real life. It's
Mhm.
under the brand Color Haiku.
It's basically the Comic-Con of poster
It is a
collecting,
Comic
right? I
Con for
mean,
poster collectors. It is hosted by Invisible Industries. It's once a year. They offer limited releases, different collaborations, and opportunities as a festival to go and engage directly with the poster artists. Let us as collectors shake their hand, thank them
yeah.
for the art that has colored our walls and the inspiration that it's given to us, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think for poster collectors, it's a place that like, dreams can come true. You can meet some of your
Mhm.
heroes. Definitely check it out.
Gosh, and you know what? Like, again, as somebody who has a deep love for art,
Mhm.
I went to school, have a background in art history. Mike and I have been collecting posters for over 17 years, which just seems ridiculous
Yep.
to say. Um, we look at the art and we interpret it through the lenses of our experiences and the way that we see things. And it's really fun for us to talk about it, but what's been really cool is to kind of peel back like the curtain, like the Wizard of Oz,
Yep.
and to talk to the artists, get perspectives from them. And we're so excited to be able to bring that to Best of the Tour podcast here,
That's right.
to be able to highlight conversations with artists maybe that you know and love, that we know and we love. Maybe they're new artists. Maybe they're new to the scene. Maybe they are breaking into the space. Maybe they created a prolific print that is changing the way that we see gig posters and gig art.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited that we have the opportunity to do that here in this space.
And we should probably talk about one of those artists who's affiliated with Invisible Industries, the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Monk One.
You've probably recognized and more than likely have one or multiple prints by Mr. Monk One. Uh, Artists such as
Dave Matthews Band, Pearl Jam, Primus,
Korn,
Eric Church,
311.
311. We're talking over each other, but we could go on and on. If it's a band that you know and you love, chances are Monk has been involved with a gig poster for them from time to time, and his work's incredible. And so that's just an example of those types of artists that pour so much of their heart and soul into this work to share it with us, the collector community.
And what's amazing is, he's created not only the art that we have on our walls, but a community within Invisible Industries to lift up, to help, and to mentor other artists in this space.
That's right. So thanks for joining us here on Best of the Tour podcast. We're going to talk to you a little bit about what you'll be seeing from us in future episodes. But before we do that, it wouldn't be an official podcast if we didn't take a minute and thank our sponsors. So our first sponsor that we have, which is pretty exciting, is Sticker Robot. And so let's talk a little bit about Sticker Robot. If you haven't seen Sticker Robot, you can visit them at stickerrobot.com. And if you go now to stickerrobot.com/invisible, you can get 10% off your next high quality screen printed sticker order. They make the highest quality sticker printing on the planet. And now they have new, extremely durable holographic stickers.
We like shiny things.
We love shiny things, whether it's a foil poster or a shiny sticker. We love it. And let me just tell you about how important I think the sticker making hobby is in what we do and what we see. Erica and I spend a lot of time going to concerts, standing in poster lines, trying to get the poster we want.
Mhm.
And we have made some of the greatest friends through that process. And part of, I think, making those friends, right, connecting with people there is the exchange of fan made merch, fan made slaps or posters, or I'm sorry, slaps or stickers, right? Slaps as we call them, but stickers that Sticker Robot would be one of the producers of. So if you're going to a concert or some type of an event and you want to make your own stickers to help pass out in the poster line, check out stickerrobot.com for all of your sticker and slap making needs.
And I always know a poster collector when I see one because they either walking around with their poster tube
That's right.
with a whole bunch of awesome stickers on it.
Yeah. That's your slaps. I mean, that's where they go. And it's precious space, right? That heavily guarded real estate on the poster tube as to whether or not a slap makes it. But again, check out stickerrobot.com/invisible for 10% off your next order. Sticker Robot. Awesome.
Sticker robot.
All right. Our second sponsor for the episode, we've already talked a little bit about Invisible Industries.
Mhm.
And if you don't know, now you know. But here's the great news. If you are one of the first 3 listeners and you go to Invisible Industries website and use the code best ever, all caps, one word, at shop.invisibleindustries.com before August 31st, 2025,
Mhm.
you will get 30% off your next print order. That's an incredible discount. It's available only for our first 3 listeners. Again, go to shop.invisibleindustries.com, make your order before August 31st, 2025, and use the code best ever, one word, all caps, and you'll get 30% off your next print order. Incredible.
It's pretty awesome.
Also, finally, want to give a quick shout out to friend of the podcast, the Rock Poster Society, also known as TRPS. TRPS is the nonprofit behind the world's longest running rock poster collector shows, including the Festival of Rock Posters, which takes place in San Francisco, California. They have been championing the art of the poster for decades, supporting both the artists who create them and the collectors who preserve them. If you want to get involved with the Rock Poster Society, you want to become a member, or just check out their upcoming events, head on over to trps.org. We love those guys. Thank you all so much
Love the Rock
for
Poster
listening to
Society.
the podcast and for their support. Love TRPS. Check them out. Erica, do you want to tell us a little bit about? I mean, this is kind of our intro episode, just saying hello to everybody. But what are we going to see as we kind of do episodes down the line with Best of the Tour?
Yeah, and you can expect to see about 2 episodes a month. We're gonna, try to bring you guys really exciting conversations, specifically with artists, artist interviews. They can bring their stories, their inspiration, what, gets them putting pen to paper.
A little bit of behind the
A
scenes
little
of the
behind the scenes
process.
of the process. It's really exciting to be able to it's one of our favorite things that sort of has come out of Posters in Every Direction, but also now having Best of the Tour, is to be able to bring to light those people who have this unbelievable creative desire and ability to make things. I mean, a lot of times Mike and I will sit and talk about the piece of art that we're looking at or we picked up and go, "How did the artist
Yeah.
come up with that?"
Yeah.
And so now we get the opportunity to say, "Hey, artist, how'd you come up with that?"
Yeah.
And it's really exciting. Again, like I said earlier, it's like peeling back, a layer or the curtain, so to speak. And so we're going to be doing that, and hopefully, oftentimes it'll come in conjunction with drop announcements. So we talk about drops all the time. As poster collectors, you're probably very familiar with the term drops,
Right.
artist drops. Again, it's hard enough if you're not at the event to pick up the poster, you're waiting in line, you pick up your print. That's one way to get, your art that you love. But the next way that we love is to go and support the artist directly through their artist drops. And this can be anything from artist prints from the shows.
Yep.
This can be book announcements. These can be
Other
art
original.
posters and are there art original arts, and things that are just, we want you as the collector to be aware of and be excited about. It's something I have to say I'm sorry, it's something new that you might want to collect.
Right. Yeah, it always throws a monkey wrench in, but to know about those drops ahead of time, I think gives you the collector, yeah, the ability to plan
Mhm.
and jump in and get a piece that maybe you wouldn't have otherwise known about.
Yeah, and the other thing that we're going to be highlighting are events. I mentioned earlier Color Haiku. That is an annual poster show that is put on by Invisible Industries. That's going to be one event. The other thing that Mike and I want to do is bring you live events that we attend too, whether it's hanging out in a poster line or going to a Rock Poster Society event or events that the artist hosts directly, from their spaces. It's going to be really exciting. That's what I love. We're also going to review different events maybe that have come up, give our perspective, maybe talk to people who were attending at the events, maybe having some fans on
Yeah,
too if
just
you
sharing
attended
your
events.
stories.
Share your stories. And really just other poster related content. Anything that comes up, we are going to be bringing to you in a timely live fashion sometimes. But really, the intent is to elevate and highlight conversations with artists, fans, collectors, and the community of poster collectors.
So, yes, really, in closing, the message is thanks for tuning in. Welcome to this space. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, follow us on socials. Look for Best of the Tour everywhere you can. And I think we've got a few closing credits here that Erica will go through for us.
Sure. And Best the Tour is presented by Invisible Industries. As Mike said, if you like the episode, leave us a review. Hit follow, share with another collector who would love it. You can find us online in a couple different places, bestofthettour.com and over on Instagram at
At
at uh best of the tour. I also want to just give a special shout out. There is at the beginning of this episode, you heard a really cool theme music. This is an original composition. It's called Get Down Stay Down. It was co-produced, written, recorded, and performed by Mikey Sabatella. It was co-produced and mastered by Eric Braun. And this is really excited for us to bring this to you. We are fans, we are collectors, and we are so thrilled to partner with Invisible Industries to bring you the best of the tour.
Best of the Tour. Thanks, y'all. We'll talk next time.